Hey, what's up, everybody? Nagamon here today. Today, I'm going to be doing a meta race tier list for 2021. I know there's probably been a bunch of like rogue race tier lists before, but I think they kind of did their own like category for like A, B, C, D, E. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do meta, okay, and oof. Meta is essentially like you're going to see it in pretty much every gank. It's really powerful. Okay is like, I mean, you can still like do stuff with it, but you're probably better just going to the meta. And oof is like, there's really no purpose. I mean, it's okay, I guess, but yeah, you're kind of selling if you use it. Starting off with Casper, I'm going to put it in okay. For the most part, Casper, it has some strong like potential for builds. Everybody knows DSK Casperin. It's really underrated because it actually has slash resistance and fire resistance, and I've heard from like evamps who are Casperin that it's basically like being like a regular human and burning on fire and not being a vampire. So yeah, I think it's pretty underrated, but at the same time I think there probably are like a lot better options you can use for a lot of other classes. Next is Azel. I'm putting that in okay as well. Azel is really useful if you need like to get your friends and shit like that, but at the same time, most of the time, if you die in the gank, you're going to be down to one life, so you don't really have that option to like go back in the gank if you ever do feel like doing that without like risking wiping your character completely. It probably is annoying also just really having to put on one life if you do get gripped once, and there really isn't much healing options besides like drinking pots. But I mean, yeah, like free gate is nice, but not many combat potentials for Azel here. Cameo. So I'm actually stuck between putting it in okay and meta. At the same, like, I'm thinking about it, meta would be like, Cameo Shinobi, Cameo Faceless. You know what I mean? Like, those put in a lot of work if you have somebody who's like really good at escaping. But at the same time, I don't really see those a lot nowadays, especially because like, well, I mean, you don't have really any tomeless, so you can't really do a lot of complex combos with other classes. So I'll put it in okay for now. I might just put it in meta because it can be really strong. I'll think about it in a second. I believe this is Castellan. I'm just going to put that in oof. I think a lot of people can agree with me that Castellan just really needs a huge buff. Really pointless class. The 2 snaps, I mean, like 1 extra snap, it only costs like 5 to 10 health most of the time, which is really nothing. That's like an extra M1. A lot of people don't even really notice it, so it's just a really useless race. Construct meta, I think I don't really need to speak much on this. Galvanized potions, just an extremely useful race that can work well with every class. Dullahan, gonna keep it a buck. I might just have to put this in oof. I mean, the infinite hunger is nice, but at the same time, like the biting grenade, I mean, you can maybe do some combo extensions with it, but in most actual ganks with actual like good players, you never see them using a Dullahan. Dizin meta, I mean, I don't think I have to explain it. Awakening, you can dodge like M1s, you know what I mean? You see a lot of D-Slayers using like, FF Dizin, D-Slayer for example. Oni, Dizin, for example, they can be really powerful. You do see a lot of Dizins or a good amount of Dizins in ganks nowadays. Meta Scroom, I'm gonna put that in okay. I was thinking about putting in meta because like you do see like Shinobi Meta Scrooms, but at the same time like you don't really see it from many other classes. Like you're not gonna go around really seeing like I don't know. I think I'm gonna put it in okay just because like it's really only like very few amount of classes you actually see like meta scrooms actually like playing classes, so I'll have to see and think about this one. Gain, I might just put that in meta because you do see Gain Shinobi, and I was thinking like, okay, if meta scroom is going to be going in okay, then Gain would probably have to like follow suit. I might just make like a middle tier for these two because like it's only like a few, like you don't see really like any. I don't know. You guys get what I'm saying though, right? Actually, I'm just gonna put these both in meta for now because repair is really strong. Hasselden, I mean, you can go evamp, so I might just have to put it in okay. But Keystone can go evamp too, but at least this has like a nice. I don't know. To be honest, I wouldn't be really caught using a Hasselden in 2021. I would much rather just turn that Hasselden into a construct, so I'm just gonna put that in oof. I mean, yeah, it does good damage when you're low, but like, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. Most of the time, if you're kind of that low, you're probably gonna get like executed by an Oni in a gank or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You guys get what I'm saying though. Navarin meta, I don't think I have to explain that. you know what I mean, emulate a move. GG, you know, go stupid, go crazy. Riggin, that's just an oof, unfortunately. Riggin really needs to get right, but it's just a worse than a carry, unfortunately. Like, yeah, mana flood, whatever, but, you know, runes, you know what I mean? Like, do I need him to say much more? Morbid, that's meta. Flock, like, just flock. Ashen, meta. Shoulder throw, I don't think I need to say much more. Dinakiri, meta. I mean, the Dinakiri might just be the most meta race in my opinion, because Soul Rip and, you know, those runes, it kind of goes crazy with any class. That extra damage, you know, that infinite mana, it's just really nice. Maybe like if besides Solons, because like, you know, you don't want to lose all that orderly you have, but yeah. And then finally Vind, I might just put this in okay, because the thing about Vind is that, like, if you get Snarv and shit, like, you're going to be doing a lot of damage with those Snarvs, and you can actually reflect Snarv with your Tempest Soul. So I think it's actually pretty underrated, and I've actually seen some creative uses of Vinds and ganks, where, like, they'll go up against, like, a bunch of people with Snarv, and, like, they'll reflect that shit, because, I don't know, they have, like, they're, like, day 60, and, you know, they're cool, their Tempest Soul lasts, like, a long-ass time, so they're actually getting Snarved, and then they Snarv again, so it's, like, a double Snarv. You know what I'm saying? Like, their opponent usually gets pretty low after they reflect that shit and then add their own Snarv in. Hey, what's up guys, Agamatsu here. I don't know why the other tier list didn't have this, but Fishron's going to be going in meta. Just imagine this is meta. You know, I mean, those dodges, Snarv, I don't think I need to say anything else. Then Madration's going to be going in okay, because Trinket Shift could actually be really useful when trying to hide in Gaia. I just think it's pretty useful, but I don't think it'd be oof tier, because again, that Trinket Shift can actually be, you know, pretty useful. And then Scroom is just an oof. Yeah, Scroom needs to get right, bro. Like, I've been waiting on the fucking update to buff Scroom forever, but it's never probably gonna happen. So I really think that's it for the tier list. Again, Gaia and Metal Scroom, if I might just like put it in like something in between, but for the most part, I mean, that repair is really powerful. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're meta. I'm pretty okay with this tier list. I might think about putting House in okay, but again, this is just my opinion. You can kind of switch some of these around depending on how you feel, but I think this is a solid list. And yeah, that's really all for today's video, guys. I'll see you guys later. Peace.